Hello again, Happytime here, with the weapons of mediocre destruction in Robocraft. I'm going to rebuild the Thunder Shrimp, because all it was just something that I used to test designs, and that's it, and test concepts. I'm going to show you how to build vehicles and how to build stable vehicles. I'm going to go over hovercraft and wheeled vehicles. In this game, to start building, you have to place blocks on the floor and then build up to the appropriate height you want to start building at, and then start from there. So let's make this 6 blocks long, and let's give it a 3-block width. Now, I'm going to purposely show you what an unstable vehicle looks like so you can avoid it. I'm going to exaggerate it a little bit, but you'll get the idea. So I can guarantee that it will obviously be unstable, so that you can avoid this. I'm going to start with wheeled vehicles first, because people tend to understand the wheeled vehicles better, to my knowledge. So you have that. Let's make this a little bit more overtly unstable by adding heavy blocks. And I'll say this again, I said this in the last video, but I'll say this again now. These have the same armor value. Look at the bottom. Armor, 50 points. Armor, 50 points. The only difference is look at the mass in the middle. 15 kilograms. On this one, 5 kilograms. It weighs 3 times more. All this is used for is balancing and lowering the center of gravity, or in this case, raising it. Now, normally, you would want to place these heavier blocks as low as possible on the vehicle to make it stable, but I'm going to purposely place them up high. Now, in this game, there is no power plant you need to place, like a reactor or an engine or anything like that. All you need are movement parts right here. Wheels, rotors, or hover blades, as they're called in this game, and then jet thrusters. That's all you need. You don't need anything special. But what you do need is a pilot seat. You can't play without a pilot seat. Bam. Alright. For the sake of making it look a little pretty, let's add some of these on here. Maybe looks semi-attractive at least. Oops. Nope. Stop it. There we go. Is that even? It's even. Alright. Let's show you what unstable wheeled vehicles look like and what will happen to them. Have you guys ever tried carrying a really tall object, a tall, heavy object, like, say, just like a box full of crap or stacked boxes full of crap, and then they got a little wobbly, and then something a little bit like, say, this happens? Or not? It doesn't want to do it. Come on. This vehicle is not fast enough, apparently, to want to roll. But there we go. That is not good. Now, if this guy had a gun, or if that guy had a gun, I'd be dead. If I had weapons, I could still fire back, but you know what? I'm a stationary target. They are moving targets. It's as simple as that. You're not moving and they are. They're harder to hit, you're easy to hit. It's easy. Alright, now I'm going to show you what a stable wheeled vehicle looks like. What? One moment. My internet is acting up again. Let's give them all. My internet has been doing it all goddamn day, and I don't know why. But it is seriously pissing me off. I've tried to shoot this video at least 5 times in the last 20 minutes. And it's every like 5 or 6 minutes my internet's shut off on me. I don't understand it. And I'm not gonna restart again. Hopefully it works. Oh, that's right. Alright, I'm gonna restart it. Give me a moment. Oh no, don't look. Oh wait, my password, you can't see it. That is not an invitation to hack my computer. Don't do it. Because I have a particular set of skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. Just kidding. I'm not taunting you. Don't do it, seriously. Alright, so we're back in. Sorry about that. Stable wheeled vehicle. So what you want is low to the ground, low center of gravity, and let's do this again. And depending on what you're going for, an acceptably wide wheelbase. You don't want to go too wide, because then if you are moving really fast and then you hit like a tiny little bump or catch the side of a mountain like you saw in the last video, you're gonna just rotate, and you're probably gonna roll yourself even if it is a really stable vehicle. So there we go, stable vehicle type. Let's and make it proper. Bam. That is a properly stable vehicle. I guarantee you that as soon as we get back into the hangar, my internet's gonna cut off again. I don't know why it doesn't. I don't know why it's doing it, man. All the companies are several times, blah blah blah, all this other crap. Now, you see that? There is no fucking way this thing is gonna roll by just simply moving around. Haha! I am mounting you. I am asserting my dominance. That's fucked up. Not. But yeah, there you go. Stable versus unstable versus stable. If you roll over mid-combat, you're just asking to have somebody do stuff to you. So, yeah, don't do that. Now, very similar concept as with Hovercraft. The higher the center of mass over the support, and the thinner the base, thin is the opposite of white, yeah. The thinner the base, let's do it this way. the less stable and more prone to flipping it's going to be. Now, the difference between hovercraft and wheeled vehicles is that it can be okay if you flip over, because see, you can still move around. But if you don't, if like with most aircraft, if you want to call this an aircraft, with airborne vehicles, most airborne vehicles in this game I've noticed have very heavily armored underbellies and fairly thin midsections and tops, because they usually have superior positioning over you, so they want to armor their belly, which is where they plan to attack from. If you roll over and you can't unfuck yourself, you're exposed, and you're gonna get fucked hard. So, yeah. Now, the flip side of this is that with hovercraft, you can have your rotors either on the same level as your center of gravity, if you so wish, or you can do it this way and make it proper helicopter style. I have yet to see someone actually do this in the game, because everyone wants to make their ships look really cool, you know? Because what's the point of personalization if you can't make it look cool? Let's try some of that, and then, for the sake of shits and giggles, let's pop that there, put you there, you there, you there, drop you. Slap you on the sides. There. Gouge, said the tree. Not really, it's retarded. But, it's gonna be stable. Because the points of power are in a superior position to the center of mass. If you have your points of power below your center of gravity, like with a rocket, I mean, yeah, you're gonna have all the thrust in the rear, but aerodynamics aren't in this game, so get grouchy all you want. But yeah, I mean, it's with these, it's the same thing I think as a helicopter. Yeah, you can have your points of power, or you can have the rotors on the underside and push up, but you gotta be really careful with balancing and being stable. Like you saw on my other hovercraft, you saw how I designed it, you saw how I leveled it out, you saw all that crap. You didn't see how I did it, but you saw that it was done. And that whenever I did roll, it rolled itself right back over. Weight distribution and balancing is what that was. With this, same thing. I can get all sorts of crazy with this thing, and it won't roll. It might roll if I were to say, you know what, let's try to roll it. Almost had it. Let's go this way. See if I can roll it off of this. I did roll it. I almost rolled it, but you see how it righted itself? Just like that. Sorry about the noise, that's what happens whenever you touch the ground. It's kind of obnoxious. Alright, so, there you have it. Stable, wheeled vehicles, and hovercraft. Now I'm going to show you how I originally had this design played out in my head for this Thunder Shrimp. I was only going to have this design for whenever I played with my other friends that I was getting into the game who hadn't played it yet. Possibly Genro, Rocketman Dan, and Incus or Jedi Luke, whatever you want to call him. They both play it. They're the ones who got me into this game. So, yeah, we got that. And I'm usually not one to pick up games quite as fast as I picked this one up. This one was just so much fun. I love this game. I was looking, I was like, where'd my upper blades go? Oh no! Alright, now, out of that settle, see how the center of gravity looks like it's below the rotors? Let's test it. Good idea to do before you just splurge and make a vehicle is to test the basic frame of it. And keep retesting it over and over, especially with hovercraft. So if you add something on, you know if it's going to fuck up the weight ratio. And the weight distribution, I should say, not ratio. See, it's stable-ish. Oh shit, oh no, what if I do? Oh, roll, you fucking bitch. Nah, icky stuck shit. Now, I am in a pickle here. Now, the way I can fix this is by A, either raising the rotors, or B, lowering the center of gravity. I'm going to do both. By one block each in each direction. But yeah, back to what I was saying initially. I initially built this vehicle so that I could have something to play with Genro should he ever get into the game, or Issei. So I have something in tier 1 to play with them, and something fun to play with. And actually, that looks fine to me. Let's test it out. Looks a little goofy, but you know what? Function over form. Yep. Center of gravity is certainly right where it needs to be. Any higher, as you saw in the last demonstration, and the bitch will roll like a motherfucker. If I had guns, I'd do stuff to that guy, but I don't have guns. Alright, so demonstration complete. And concept. Now, stable does not always mean performs well. You have to find a balance between instability and performance. Now, I know that's not going to do much because these don't weigh very much at all. So let's keep adding shit on, shall we? Let's add these about right there. Because usually you're going to be above your target, so you don't want to put those like up here, you know? You don't want to put those on top. Usually near the bottom or in the middle. And if you place them too far forward, the nose will just hang down. So that's why I'm placing them a bit more toward the center of mass. I think that's right. The right term there. Center of mass. Now, See how much faster and more maneuverable this is with that little thruster on there? Yep. Now, if I were to fire these, you see how it's slowly turning my vehicle there? Yeah, that's the only downside with Robocraft. Now, if I were to put plasma launchers on this thing would go like, bam, whoosh! Same with rail cannons. But these are okay. Now, you can counter that by putting tons upon tons of thrusters and other rotors on there to counter the recoil from the thingies. Now, only downside of putting things so far back is that whenever you try to hit something, see how I'm hitting my own ship right there? It doesn't do any damage. Same with when you hit allies, you don't do any damage to them. But yeah, the shot gets blocked. It doesn't go anywhere. It just disappears. Your ship eats it. Or your vehicle eats it, sorry. So, now that I've tested that, let's try moving these forward a little bit. I know what I said before, but like I said, you gotta find a balance between performance and stability. If if the guns don't make the nose drag too much, then good. Looks about even to me, right? Look at that, they don't get caught up on us. It's not getting caught up on the nose anymore. So, perfect. That's exactly why you gotta keep retesting your vehicles over and over again. And yeah, you see how I was in the sniper mode there? Or aiming mode, whatever you want to call it. And my vehicle got turned sideways. That's because every time you fire it, it rotates your vehicle. If you're in a wheeled vehicle, I'll show you in a second, but yeah, here, I'm stopping. I was initially rotating to the right here. I'll show you over here. Rotating right, just barely tap the key. I'm firing, my hand is off the keyboard. You see how it's pushing it back the other way? Now I'm going to switch this out with wheels simply to show you that whenever you are planted with wheels, I'm going to go ahead and leave the dealies on there. I'm going to go ahead and leave the rotors on there and just attach the wheels here. And I've seen people do this too, have a wheeled hovercraft, which is not a bad idea. I've actually got tricked by one guy. He came up on me whenever I was capturing their base. Came up on me. I didn't notice he had rotors. He hid behind a little wall, and I was aiming on the other side of the wall where I thought he was going to pop out. He hopped over the wall and just started laying into me. I was like, oh shit, you sneaky motherfucker. So that's another reason why I love this game. You can put all sorts of surprises into this. I took off the guns, didn't I? I'm a dumbass. Alright. I need to make this wider because I'm going to demonstrate to you apparently nothing. Alright, let's see, hardware. Sniper cannon. I do, I can. Alright. Alright. Dose sniper cannonos. Now, in this game, you cannot mix weaponry. Let's see how I can place it. You can only have one type of weapon. So, if you have sniper cannons, you're only going to have sniper cannon. If you have plasma launchers, you're only going to have plasma launchers. Alright, let's test this. Now, remember I said you can counteract this with tons of thrusters and rotors to counteract the recoil, but I don't have that many, so watch what happens. I'll let it charge up and I'll just fly around. But yeah, here, see? Just driving around like normal. Oh, hey, oh, hey, look, well, look at that. I almost rolled, but guess what? I had rotors. Haha. Rotors keeping me upright. Alright, so, watch. See? See that? Yeah. Now, you can have a maximum of, I think, 6 sniper cannons. Rail cannons, excuse me. Now, you see how I rotated like a motherfucker right there? Going to plant myself firmly on the ground. I am holding shift to make sure I don't move. See how I moved just a little bit right there? It wasn't enough to throw off the aim or make the reticle bloom at all. So, yeah. Also, the heavier the vehicle for snipers, usually the better. If you have a really light vehicle, as you saw, it'll force the vehicle to jump. See how it's jumping? Yeah. Heavier the vehicle, the less that'll happen. Alright, so you guys down here. Alright, there we go. So, that's that. Let's put there, there, there. Let's see if I can stick you on. Nope. Maybe if I put this here. And then this. Yep, there we go. Two fully traversable turrets and then 1 nose cannon. Ooh, I'm gonna try what that one guy did. I'm gonna try doing this. This is just to see if it really works or not. I'm not really gonna leave it like this, don't worry. Alright. Holy crap, it does work. Huh. It's a little heavy on the nose, but, you know, shit happens. Whenever that happens, you just add thrusters. Not thrusters, rotors, excuse me. See how I aimed at the block under the pilot? Yep, that's what'll do it. I mean, you can hit the rest of the ship, or the vehicle, all you fucking want. It won't take it down unless you hit that block. Sorry, I just think it's really fun to watch these guys just flop around like that. Especially that one right there. I love to just shoot the tail off of that thing and just watch it fall to the ground. So yeah, that's that. Alright, now I'm going to complete this because it's been about 20 minutes, I think. 25 minutes, probably. And YouTube doesn't like it whenever you upload long videos for some reason. So let's actually do I have any Let's do one of these, or a couple of those. Doesn't look good. Okay, well. Then let's just have to do one of these. That's lame as shit, I know, but you know what? Oh, well. Center mass, and then oh yeah, let's try those here. And this up here. And then this guy down here. Bam. That's that. And this is probably about as complete as it's gonna get, unless, or at least until I add like cockpit blocks and stuff. Now, initially I thought that these were weaker, but when I actually stopped and looked at the stats, they have the exact same stats as this, except the only difference is these things require more CPU, which is not really a bad thing, but 3 CPU really doesn't seem like much, but when you're building a very large vehicle, it adds up pretty quick. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's see if it's stable, shall we? Run around, shoot a couple NPCs. See if it kills them in a timely fashion. See if it handles okay. See if I need to make any significant changes to weapon layouts. It's not killing things as fast as the last ship I made, because the other ship I have, or the other vehicle I have, has 5 guns on it. This thing only has 3. And the other 5 guns that I have are level 3 weapons. These are all level 2 weapons. So they only do half the damage. So. But then again, damage isn't everything. If you can hit the right spot and break an enemy vehicle apart, you're golden. It handles okay, and for tier 1, this thing won't be so bad. I don't think. So, I guess I'll just leave it looking like this. Maybe I'll put 2 nose cannons on there, I don't know. don't think I will. Alright, well, that's it. Here is the Thunder Shrimp. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.